Fat White Guy Movie Reviews. Yes, indeed.
Welcome to Fat White Guy Movie Reviews. I'm Josh.
I'm Steve.
And today we're going to review a comedy. It's The Winning Season. And it's a winning season indeed. It's starring Sam Rockwell as a down-on-his-luck coach who at one point was, doing pretty well in the high school ranks and had some
the
accolades.
boys basketball team, the varsity basketball team.
But now he's a dishwasher.
The bus boy bussing the tables at a restaurant.
Eating leftover people's food.
Yeah, in the opening scene, he's definitely eating somebody else's cheese sticks.
I thought that was sweet, dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's
what's sad is that goes on. If you've ever worked
it does, dude.
I've worked in restaurants and personally seen it. And it's sad. We worked in a restaurant, a little uppity seafood restaurant, and the waitresses would come back and they would fight over who was going to take this seafood off of the plate and take it home. It's like, man, this is expensive. I'm like, who? Yeah. Anyway.
Expensive? They know whenever stuff is used, it costs less now?
I don't know. So anyway, then he gets visited. He's he's busting his dishes and gets visited by
a high school principal who's in need of a coach. And so he enlists Sam Rockwell as his coach.
Yep. And he's Sam Rockwell. He's all over it at first until he finds out it's the girls' team, the girls' basketball team.
Then he's not so thrilled.
Yeah, it's like, no, F that,
But they win him over, and
yep.
and that's kind of where the story takes off. Also, I forgot to mention, he has a daughter of the same age group as these girls.
Yep.
And
he's got an estranged wife and daughter and tough family situation there. He's kind of the outcast. He's got a little drinking problem. He gets the little booski, little bottle a little bit,
Can't fault a man for having fun.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have fun with it. He does it till he's depressed again.
Yep.
I think.
So he shows up to the school for the first day of coaching and sees the team that he's going to be coaching, and it's the quintessential Bad News Bears.
Yep. It's 6 girls and one with a broken leg.
Yep, she's on crutches.
I thought that was a nice touch, too.
Yeah. So she steps on the court and she's traveling. So.
But she has a hell of a pivot foot.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But anyway, so he decides that he's gonna stick with it and he's gonna see it through. And he does, but he's not the friendliest of fellows.
No, he's very crass and very rough and, telling these little high school girls to get their shit together, get their ass out there. And
he says it that way, too.
Yeah,
there's no buffer with that fellow.
Yeah, you'd think he was sitting at the bar or talking to the boys' varsity team. And, so it's a love-hate relationship between him and the girls' team that throughout the movie just kind of grows and evolves, and it's all about their struggles and their ups and downs in the season that they're playing in.
And they the whole thing, well, we kind of explained enough of the plot. I don't want to give away too much, but what'd you think of it overall?
Yeah, I thought it's a good movie. It is about a coach coaching a girls basketball team. But it's like it's a good movie. It's about the relationship movie. It's about family relationship, father-daughter relationship. It's about human interaction and human relationships, as it were, with the different age groups. The older generation with the newer generation. And then they bring in race relations and sexual relations, and they kind of visit all the little hot button topics and address them. And they do a really good job of bringing in a side character, the bus driver.
She's excellent.
I think she's absolutely fabulous. I love what she contributes to the movie. I love how they softly introduce her, and then she, throughout, becomes an integral role in the team.
Yeah.
And in the end, the coach ends up they turn their season around and actually turn into a winning team, and they make it to the sectionals. But the coach, at some point during the movie, has a fallout with his daughter. She really embarrasses him, and he just goes on a drinking binge, gets a DUI, and the principal fires him.
Oh, we're giving away too much.
Well,
That's kind of the end.
yeah, well, whatever.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, whatever. I mean, people know by now that we more talk about a movie than review it, or else our things would be 10 minutes long.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
guess
if
so.
you don't know by now, welcome to the channel, and this is basically So
it's consistent.
Yeah. So anyway, he ends up coaching the team through a plate glass door with a cell phone.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna give away too much of the ending, but he does a lot of things, and for someone who didn't, and that transition is you're fully aware of the transition. He was a man who really didn't want to coach these girls.
Yeah.
He did not want to coach them, and then by the end of the movie, he is just knocking down walls.
Yeah.
To be able to share this with those girls.
Yeah.
And that kind of transition is just it's
the
always,
same relationship.
It's always fun to watch.
It's the same relationship as Billy Bob Thornton had with sandwiches in Bad Santa. It's the same kind of relationship. He starts off hating the kid, trying to use him for his own game, and by the end of the movie, he's loving and best buds with sandwiches. I don't know his real name. He's a little fat kid who's always making sandwiches. I always refer to him as sandwiches. So
that's what I will refer to him from now on.
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
Whenever we're out in public, I can see the overweight little kid with curly hair. It's like, sandwiches.
Sandwiches. That's awful.
So, but yeah, it's that kind of relationship, and it's just
So be aware, if you see this guy and he goes sandwiches, he's talking about your kid.
Talking about your kid, little fat curly little kid. Yeah. And he might be potential material for our channel, so don't. It's not all bad.
He could host. He could host.
Yeah.
Or co-host at the least.
That's right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, overall, that was a good movie.
So what do you rank it on a 10?
On a 10, I'll give it. I liked it. It was a good movie. The Sam Rockwell was a really good actor.
He's awesome.
He really put me
awesome.
in the mind. He put me in the mind of a cross between Uncle Rico and Billy Bob Thornton.
That's it. Billy Bob Thornton's who I really thought.
And Billy Bob Thornton could have really, been synonymous and played that role. If they had got a big ticket star, that's who it would have been, either him or Uncle Rico. So overall, though, I'm gonna give it it's not a. I can see where this movie's not going to be for everybody. It's not a blockbuster hit. It's not.
It's a quiet film.
Yeah, it's.
Goodness.
It's a good edit, right? Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're back. I sneezed.
It was loud.
But I like the film. Appreciate it for what it is. I'm going to give it a super solid 6.5.
And I'm right along the same lines. I love the lead actor. He is awesome. The transition that he makes throughout the film is really interesting. The transition that the girls do is also really interesting.
Yeah, because they have a lot of little problems, and again, that goes to the.
And they're not perfect.
Yeah,
let's just be honest with that.
Yeah.
They are far from okay. And
they do some growing and maturing in the videos in the movie too. So.
And it's really all these dynamics come together. The bus driver, all these dynamics come together, and it just makes one really, really entertaining good film.
Yeah.
And it's the type of good film. It's not a family film, but it's one of those people that you and your wife or your loved one or whoever, you can sit down together and you'll both probably be able to relate to it and or like it.
Yeah.
And so overall, it's above average for me, but it's not stellar. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah.
And it's definitely worth watching though.
Yeah, I would definitely give it a watch if you have a chance. It's definitely worth a watch.
So yeah, that's so we've got a 6.5 and a 6. And it's available on the Netflix Instant.
Yep.
The name of the title is The Winning Season.
The Winning Season, yep.
With Sam Rockwell. And if you have any reviews that you would like any movies you would like us to review, we'll be happy to do that.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook.
Leave comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Share this video, favorite, do whatever you can to let us know you're out there. And again, just keep in touch.
All right, we'll see you, folks.
Thanks for joining us. See you later.